All right, let's just dive right into it. We've got an urgent strategic briefing today on a really dramatic shift that is completely transforming how boards have to govern artificial intelligence. Look, if you're a director, an executive, or running compliance, the ground beneath your AI strategy literally just shifted. We are looking at a massive pivot from rigid risk management to this new world of procedural disclosure. And in today's explainer, we're going to break down exactly what that means for your organization.
To set the stakes right out of the gate, let's look at a brand new report from the EY Center for Board Matters. It shows that nearly half, 48% to be exact, of Fortune 100 companies are now explicitly citing AI risk as a board oversight responsibility. That is a massive jump from just 16% last year. So what does this tell us? It means AI isn't just an IT problem anymore, right? It is a top-tier, boardroom-level mandate.
We have a really packed agenda today to help you navigate all this. We'll cover 1. The Colorado AI Reset. 2. Building codes versus labels. 3. The Hiroshima process contrast. 4. The boardroom oversight boom. 5. Auditing for material influence. And finally, 6. The ADMT disclosure checklist. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The Colorado AI Reset.
So, for a long time, everybody kind of assumed US states would just copy Europe's homework, right? Well, in a massive shock to compliance teams everywhere, Colorado completely repealed its comprehensive EU-style AI legislation right before its June 2026 deadline. I mean, within a mere 2 weeks of introduction, the governor signed Senate Bill 26-189. This replaced the old law with a totally different framework, one that focuses heavily on disclosure rather than risk management.
Now, the timeline that forced such an incredible 2-week legislative sprint was an absolute pressure cooker. Back in December 2025, the White House issued an executive order targeting conflicting state AI laws. Then, by January, the DOJ formed an AI litigation task force, which actually ended up intervening in a lawsuit filed by XAI against Colorado's original act. So, following a federal stay in April, Colorado's legislature literally had to sprint to enact this new disclosure-based law by May. Wild, right?
Moving on to Section 2, Building Codes versus Labels. This really brings us to the philosophical core of this explainer. We're looking at a fundamental clash between European and American regulatory mindsets, and this is exactly what's going to dictate how you build your compliance programs. Think of the EU model as building codes. The EU AI Act dictates exactly how systems must be built, tested, and structurally governed, mandating things like conformity assessments. But the new US model, anchored by states like Colorado and California, acts a lot more like ingredient labels. It doesn't tell you how to build the AI. Instead, it dictates procedural transparency, what must be disclosed, who needs to be notified, and how consumers can exercise their rights.
And the stakes? They are vastly different too. The penalties really highlight this. The EU AI Act carries massive fines of up to 35 million euros or 7% of worldwide turnover. Compare that to a maximum of just $20,000 per violation under the Colorado Act. It's a staggering disparity. So here's the crucial takeaway. If you operate globally, you don't just get to pick one regime. You actually have to build your core governance to that stricter EU building code standard, and then systematically overlay these fast-moving, state-by-state U.S. ingredient label disclosure rules right on top of it.
Section 3. The Hiroshima process contrast.
So how does this state-level pivot toward procedural disclosure stack up against the broader global consensus on AI safety? Well, let's zoom out for a second and look at the international stage, specifically the Hiroshima process initiated by the G7. This represents a concerted effort by the world's largest advanced economies to align global AI development and make sure safety stays front and center.
When you contrast the US pivot toward mere disclosure with these G7 guidelines, it's pretty eye-opening. The Hiroshima principles still heavily demand robust, risk-based actions. They explicitly call for identifying risks across the entire AI lifecycle, investing in serious physical and cybersecurity controls to protect things like model weights, and developing reliable content authentication, like watermarking. So the global baseline is still very firmly rooted in structural safety and testing.
Which brings us to Section 4, the boardroom oversight boom.
Given all these competing global pressures, structural building codes in Europe and the G7 versus ingredient-labeled disclosures in the US, EY's data confirms an absolute explosion in executive responsibility. As we touched on earlier, we are seeing a threefold increase in board-level AI oversight in just one single year, jumping from 16% in 2024 to 48% in 2025.
But the most vital takeaway from this data is just how formal all of this is getting. 40% of these massive companies are actually locking these duties into formal committee charters, usually the audit committee. On top of that, 44% are specifically highlighting AI expertise in director bios to appease their shareholders. Your strategic compliance posture has literally never been more visible, especially when you consider that 69% of board professionals are currently using AI to do their own governance work.
Let's move to Section 5, Auditing for Material Influence.
So, how exactly do you execute this new mandate inside your own organization? How do we operationalize this big shift toward disclosure? Well, under the new U.S. framework, the absolute trigger for compliance is what's called covered AMDMT, that stands for Automated Decision-Making Technology. But the real magic phrase you need to remember here is materially influence. The core question is, does the tool materially influence a consequential decision? For example, does it meaningfully alter how a ranking or score is determined for things like employment, housing, or healthcare? Because if the answer is yes, you are in scope.
You definitely need actionable steps here, so use this specific audit path for your teams. Step 1, map your entire technology stack against those statutory criteria we just talked about. Step 2, audit the outputs to see if they actually hold that material influence over consequential decisions. And Step 3, this is important, explicitly carve out and document your low-stakes business activities. Things like basic spreadsheets, calculators, standard content moderation or fraud prevention, those are safely exempt from these heavy disclosure rules.
Section 6, the ADMT Disclosure Checklist.
Okay, so once you've identified the high-stakes systems that are in scope, you have to deploy the required procedural transparencies. This is your ingredient label. Honestly, I highly encourage you to take note of this AMT disclosure checklist because this is exactly what your governance program has to execute. First, developers have to deliver technical documentation to deployers. Second, deployers must provide a clear notice right at the moment of interaction. Third, if there's an adverse outcome, say a loan denial, you have exactly 30 days to provide a plain language disclosure. And finally, you absolutely must build mechanisms for consumers to access their data, correct it, and even request a human review of the algorithm's decision.
Now, let me give you a crucial strategic warning. While these specific U.S. legal mandates are definitely shifting away from EU-style risk management, whatever you do, do not throw away your impact assessments or dismantle your existing AI governance programs. Instead, reassess your scope. The underlying compliance utility of those risk frameworks is still incredibly valuable. Plus, considering the small business exemptions in Colorado have now been removed, way more organizations are caught in this regulatory net than ever before.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a critical question. Take this and challenge your executives with it at your very next compliance meeting. Is your board just governing the algorithm, or are you mastering the disclosure? Because in this rapidly shifting landscape, building a safe AI system is really only half the battle. Proving it, documenting it, and disclosing it transparently to the world, that is the new gold standard. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.